You're all watching this video because you've been waiting forever for this product to drop, and it's finally here. It's dropped today. I'm going to drop this video today. I'm going to go through a bunch of stuff here, guys. I'm going to go through this, I'm going to go through that, and I'm going to go through these. And why there's something fishy about this. There's some good and some bad. We're going to go over all that here in this video, but let's jump into that right now. This is going to be your half-inch drive socket and bit set. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a continuation of what you've seen here of the Icon. Much smaller little socket bit. Well, it's not even socket. It's just their bit set that they've had. And this was traditionally been, and I'm going to say, don't quote me, $39. Sometimes it goes on sale for a little bit more. But it's a great little ratchet. Great flexibility in it. You have the ability to use this as an extension, as a slide extension as well. And you have all these little bits, and it's ergonomically, it is small. It utilizes every little piece in here for storage, and it makes, especially if you're a bicyclist, a motorcyclist, a minimalist, I mean, this fits everywhere really well. And I think Icon knocked it out of the park, and because of that, it's actually one of my more popular videos, was the review of this itself. So, good job, Icon. Now, can I say the same about this 52-piece quarter-inch drive set? Not quite. Not quite. And, well, we're going to get into that here for you guys. So, worth noting on the front side, chromoly bendum construction. Okay, so chromoly, pretty popular. Part number up here. This is not the real part number, so don't go off of that. It is worth noting that Icon does give you a lifetime guarantee on their products. If it fails, has issue, bring it back. Bring back the whole set. I doubt for something like this, they're going to give you a little bit here or there. You'll probably just change out the whole set with them if they have it in stock. So note that if you try to grab this right now in stock, there's limited quantities. I actually had to ask for it by part number, and for you guys watching right now, that is the part number you want to ask for, 70695. It's not on their website. It's not on the app. You cannot find that part number yet. As of today, me sharing this, that's not available to you. You've got to call into your local Harbor Freight and ask them for that specific number. And luckily for mine, the truck showed up, and this came directly off the truck, and they gave it to me. So that was nice of them to do. So thanks, local Harbor Freight, for doing that. So what else included? Well, here it is on the back side. We're going to go through all these. The half-inch drive, flex head, much the same as that. Sockets, universal joint, spanner handle. We'll go over that. And then here are going to be all of your drive extensions, universal bit holders, and then here's all your sizes, millimeters wise. Might be worth doing this here, so I don't have to go through every single one for you. So 5, 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. No skips. That's good. Well, I guess they even put in parentheses there. Super nice. And then also for the standard 3/16, 7/32, quarter, 9/32, 5/16, 11/32, 3/8, 7/16, half, and 9/16. So a good broad range of sizes there. And then bits. This is one I think that probably could have been improved upon a little bit. Their sizing ability. We're going to go down to a T10 on this one. I would have really liked to see something as much as a T8. And then you're going to have a couple other hex ones. Again, hexes, I think they could go a little bit smaller too. Phillips, they got all three at least, and posi drives, they threw those in as well, which those are important. Now, down here, it is worth noting too that this is manufactured in Taiwan, along with the majority of Icon tools. That is a good thing. The quality of these products is typically great, although we're going to go over this one and see if it holds up to the standard of Taiwanese-made tools. So pulling it out case-wise, it's going to be, feels like maybe an ABS with a TPE covered. A nice soft cover. This has a gap for some reason. I think there's some interference with tools. This was like twice the size earlier. Something's up with it, but they do at least run a steel pin through it, and it's a 3 kind of piece hinge. So kind of like your door on your house. Now red is going to be hard plastics, and then black is going to be your softer like TPE. They do give a pretty minimalistic sticker up front here. At least that's something to tell you what's inside here. And they do use this. Looks like a 3-position lock. That just slides. So this is going to be, this feels like a cast. Maybe it's a cast aluminum. Now inside, obviously, there's a lot going on here. You're going to have your extensions up here. You're going to have a universal joint. You're going to have, looks like a 2-inch extension here as well. I do like the knurling, and it appears on the extensions they actually took what they are normally selling in their kits and put it inside here. So you do have your extensions. Why they size down, I do not like that. Just keep that same size all the way through. Give me the knurling. I think this is more for show than go because it does not offer any benefit. Same with this. Now, I do not like how they put sharp corners. Icon's been doing that. I like to see them radiused. Those do create stress points. It's a little bit better. Knurling's pretty medium, but pretty good. Yeah. It's a good knurling job, actually. Here's going to be all your bits. You guys can see them here. They do a good job showing you with a little silk screen here. And basically what it is it cams closed like that, so it clearances these sockets as it closes. And it uses this little arm right here to cam on as you close it. Pretty ingenious feature. Did Icon start this? They didn't. And I'll show you who they took it from here in a minute. As far as the universal joint, it's worth noting this one is not, it's a pinless, or they attempted to, I don't know how they installed this one. But there is no access to the pivots whatsoever. So I don't know what they did there. At least it's roll stamped. It is kind of tight, actually, a little gritty in function. So I don't love that. But if you like a tight universal joint, then all the power to you. Some pretty good positive retention with these. I don't know why this one is in here. And we'll jump over here to the Ratchet, because this is what a lot of you guys are interested in. It is a quarter drive Ratchet. So instead of running the open quarter-inch drive bit, right, your hex bit, this is just jump straight into the Ratchet. Now, I don't know why they have this on here, other than you have to use this specialty bit to hook on, and then hook this in there. And even that's a weird position. And I noticed this earlier. There's like crap in here. So Harbor Freight, for whatever reason, and this is where I just don't love. Yeah, what is this? Why do I have fragments of metal inside of here? Is it affecting the functionality? There goes a big chunk too. I just lost another chunk out of there. I mean, there is like a C. See if you guys can see it there. There's like a C clip kind of retention ring. Let's see if it holds. See if I'm toast or not. Okay, good news. It holds. So I don't know what that process was that was still left in there, but I mean, come on, guys. For an expensive tool set, and we'll talk about the price here in a minute, you should have a better job of that. Cleaning that out. So it looks like it's in there functions, but maybe there's some machine work that was left over. Okay, so here they are side by side. Dimensions wise of these two, very similar. Little change in this dimension right here. A little change in the position of the levers. I prefer this more tactile lever on here versus this. Although this one's pretty stiff. Teeth are about the same. It doesn't say how many teeth are on this one, but I'm guessing it's going to be about the same as this, which was, I want to say this was 72 teeth. But I did a video on this set, guys, so feel free. I'll link it down below so you guys could go back and watch it. But I go into depth of how this set works and what my thoughts are on it. But teeth-wise, I feel about the same. This is a little bit stiffer. They both have a good thumb wheel. Yeah, the thumb wheel works, but this one's pretty stiff. It's not that good. Hopefully it clears up with time, but it's not as smooth. This one's just a little bit smoother. Yeah, it's that slip, and it's not as smooth. And it's even a bigger wheel, too, so it should be easier to spin. I do like that they sized it up just a little bit, but I don't think the overall quality is quite there. I think the finite lock-wise, that's pretty good. It's a little bit looser. And that's one thing, guys, if you notice work with Harbor Freight, is with time quality drops. Pin looks to be about the same size. This one's just a little bit better finished on the pin. This is more of a flat. Yeah, pins are the same size. And then tail end, we're going to check out. Both have a magnet down there for retention. And this one even still looks cleaner too. So I'm going to give Ratchet to this guy. Now, I'm trying to figure out why on this one they just didn't keep this ratchet or some version of this, because they went over to the 1/4 inch drive, and of course the sockets, I get that. But if you're going to try to use a bit on this thing, you have to use both this and this, which a lot of times using bits, you don't want that much of a standoff. You want to get in a tight place. You are not getting into tight places with this whatsoever, nor with the screwdriver, because they're both 1/4 inch drives. Whereas with this one, you could still throw your bit in the end, like so. You still throw your adjustable. Hey, look, you go full length, anywhere between, and throw your bit in the end. That one, this one, useless. You have to put it in the end of that driver to use it. They should have omitted that altogether. There's no reason for that in this. You just use this drive and then put the bit in on this to run it. I'll explain. It's even loose too, guys. I don't like that. You're not going to want to deal with that. So this is what you're up against. You're either going to run it this way or that way, and then you just swap off this piece here and put the bit in the end. And in the end, it's going to be the same length. Well, let's put it like this. It's going to be the same length, guys. There's no reason to have this piece. It's worthless because they didn't run the pass-through system. So wasted space inside here, because this is actually getting pretty big size-wise. And we'll compare it to this one. Guys, hang tight. We'll show you these ones. This is where it gets important. But, yeah, I think as far as the Ratchet goes, I prefer this one. Because, ultimately, I would have preferred to been able to, like in the case of this one, I could just take your hex quarter to your socket quarter and then throw your sockets on. Then if you needed to grow it, you throw this guy in there, throw him in like that, and then you can run your sockets. And if you did that right, you could adjust it because it's got a sliding position. Then you just adjust it to the length that you need. You can't do that at all with this. There's no adjustment. You either go the long extension or short extension. No in between. This one you still got all that play and flexibility, and the T-handle too. To run a bit on this side. You don't get the T-handle anymore with this. You can still put a bit in the end of it. But you have like an L shape. So you lose all the features of this by going this direction. Now as far as other features, I do like that they are attempting to put like a little design in here so you can place your wrench. It has a softer plastic here, so to minimize rattles. A little shelf there, that's nice. And the sockets are going to be nothing new. These are going to be your icon. Here you go. Here's a 14 mil. I do like the knurling on it. I do not like that it's got the sharp corners in it. I mean, otherwise broaching seems fine. It has reliefs. Construction's good, but they used to put reliefs in the corners. They don't anymore. So that's the thing I do not like about icon. So they cheapened out on that. As far as the hand driver goes, pretty decent. Again, the step down, like why? That doesn't look good. It doesn't. I just don't get that. Ergonomics though. Okay, let's throw this on here. Let's see how she feels. Retention, pretty good. It's gonna be soft. Black's gonna be your softer TPE plastics. Red's gonna be harder. Black is still kind of hard. That's kind of a square in on the end there. Pretty decent in the hand for using. I do like that it's tri-lobial, so it does give you a distinct ergonomic with your hand. It kind of sits in the crease of your knuckles on this side, and then your thumb and the flat part of your thumb bone there sits like that. So that does give a good positive turning force with the tri-lobe. It does have little extra diamonds here for grip. Yeah, that's good. That is a good grip. And you have a thumb place here too. So that is decent. I think they did a good job. It's probably a little on the long side, I think, for a small size like this, but it's up to you guys. They also do use this TPE to hold these sockets in place. So there's no clipping in there. It's actually compression fitting with that soft TPE. And for each size, they label them down inside there. So SAE is going to be along the top, and then along the bottom down here, you're going to have each of your metrics. And all of these are, you know, I think the icon sockets for themselves are pretty good. They do a good job with that. So I won't go into too much detail. The sockets are good. I already looked over them. No major issues or anything like that. They're pretty good. That's this set. Now, you're going to be asking yourself, okay, well, why am I here? Why do you want to show me these ones? Well, this is a video. I actually did a video on these ones not too long ago, and I think they're important because I honestly think that the idea was stolen from this company, and we'll get into that right now. Here's what you've been waiting for. This is the Craftsman V Series socket set. Now, this is sizing-wise, so we're going to have both the metric and the SAE. They're going to be right here. Both the same size, dimensions, it's just changing. But size-wise, definitely smaller and thinner, all around smaller case. And that's because, well, they're going to be doubling up inside these. So we'll crack this open. We'll let you see both of these side by side. We'll do metric because it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, guys, got it open. You take a look here, and you tell me if there's any similarities between these two. I mean, anything looks similar. I mean, even just so slightly. I mean, the extensions are exactly the same size. Right, this is going to be your extension here. This is 4-inch. I could be wrong. You even got your universal joint. Hey, look, this one's got pins in it. Can be serviced. Ooh, it's silky smooth. Roll stamped. Part number. Hey. I actually have a high detail going into what sits there. They actually do a full-on design, which isn't apparent on this one or any of these. It's just on the driver. Oh, they even recessed the case, so it fits inside there. This is very minimalistic. Every bit of space has been thought and used to keep this as small as possible. And it actually has a true 1/4-inch drive ratchet. This is going to be their 90-tooth ratchet. Now, back drag. That's another story. It's high. It's got pretty decent back drag. You're not going to love it, but you're going to get the job done with a bona fide ratchet that's built to take a tremendous amount of abuse. This will take way more abuse than that will. That's much smaller. Delicate. It's nice. It flexes. This one doesn't flex. It's fixed. You pick your poison. Or worst case scenario, I'm going to throw a little something in here at you guys. Maybe you jump on this 711. 711 makes a lot of these different, if you guys can see there. 711L makes a lot of these little different ratchets that are made in Taiwan. Same place that this is made. Same place as that is made. You can get the length, size, flex heads. They have it all. Anything you want, they make it. And then you can just place that inside of there. If you really want to have that, the flex head with the small head, you just change out this if you don't want it. Driver-wise, this driver is great. All TPE, the black, super soft and grippy. It's got like a square shape on it. I'd say in the back end it's a little bit better, but all throughout, this is probably slightly better on grip. I do like the tail end here better. This is a lot easier to spin on your hand, having a nice rounded and super smooth hard plastic on this end. Sockets wise, great sockets, Taiwan made. They're actually smaller in dimensions, and when we're talking about small sockets, you want something with this kit. I'm imagining, guys, you can feel free to correct me, but with this kit you want something that's minimalistic, that's going to allow you to fit it in the smallest place possible. Even has a thinner wall to it as well. None of this step up copy snap on. Like literally, guys, and then look, here's a familiar story. Oh, look, shows the size. Has TPE rubber to keep it compressed in there so it doesn't fall out. has the bit driver. It's exactly the same. I think you guys are getting what I'm putting down here. This set is the original that came out. It's been several years now. This set's been out for several years. The downside of this set is that it's no longer available, or it's becoming increasingly hard to get. Lowe's was stocking this on their website. It's still a part number on their website. You can still look it up. I'll put links down below, but there is your part number. Now you're going to ask yourself, okay, well, why would I want that when I could get this? I get both SAE and I get both metric. And that's true. You do get both. You get a little ratchet here. That is a plus. I kind of wish they would have done a set here with Craftsman, but Craftsman is known for splitting them up, not putting them together. I get that. Bits. So you get 2 more bits out of this one than you do out of this one. I do like that this one runs the smaller bits. This one tends to run the larger bits, especially when it comes to the safety bits for the Torx and for the Allens. You're going to get a little bit smaller run through on this guy. But even the Phillips, I mean, this is even, I almost think that these are made in the same factory. And part of me thinks that what happened here is this is going out. I think that relationship is done with the manufacturer in Taiwan that makes these. And I think Icon has managed to either just copy it outright, or they managed to find these guys and make their own set based off of it, because all of this is the same. It's literal carbon copy, and then they're using their snap-on sockets. So, and I wouldn't be so upset with this set if it was in a better price range. And let's talk about that, because pricing for this is $80. It's a lot of money for a single small, I mean, you're talking about 52-piece set. This is a small set that's going to cover 1/4-inch drives and some bit drivers. I think that's too high for this. I think this should be a $50, $60 set all day long. Especially for being Taiwanese made. They're not that expensive. It does have some good quality pieces in there that I like, but it's not an $80 set. Now the Craftsman one. Well, Craftsman thought high of their set as well, and they didn't sell any of them. They thought the same $80 price tag was about right for theirs as well initially. I think it was about $70 to $80 they initially sold these for. Right now, if you go on Lowe's, this set's $39. This is a much better set at $39 than that is at $80, in my opinion. And you can still get these, not on Lowe's, and I'm going to put a link for you guys down below. If you want to get these, Amazon has, I think, just the SAE. I'll take a look again and see if I can find you guys the metric. But follow the links down below if you want to grab them, because their sets, yeah, there's still you still get this one, I think, for $40, which is an amazing deal. These are great. These are better, in my opinion, than what you're getting at $80 for this. I think Icon kind of missed some things. I think they did the ratchet wrong. I think that should be a pass-through. And they should just stick with the 1/4-inch drive, the 1/4-inch hex drive. I think that's a good system that they have there. Run that in here. I think that'd be fine. That way they could keep this. Otherwise, chuck this. You don't need it. Shrink this case down. You got some empty space here that you could be utilizing to fill with something else, and make this smaller and more usable for people. And then this driver doesn't necessarily need to be that big either. But all in all, is it good? Yeah, I think it's good. Is it $80 good? Nope, not at all. There's other ones. Lowe's has their own separate Cobalt one that a lot of guys have been checking out, and I may do a review on that one as well. But for $39, you get a much better. Even the hinge is better, guys. Everything about this case is better than that. I think even the tools are just as good, if not better, in certain cases. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. What do you think now that you've seen all of these side by side? What do you think about them? Is it worth your time to get the Icon? Is it worth your money for $80? Or is it worth trying to scalp some of these still for $39 on Amazon or eBay? I've seen a couple guys, so I'm going to let you know. And if you're interested, you probably want to be the first ones to jump on them, because they're going to get extinguished quick. For that price, it's just a great set. These are beautiful. I mean, this is a great hand driver. For a 1/4-inch drive, this is amazing. Yeah, it's just, this is a better, all-around better set. And I have a feeling they're made in the same factory. I mean, that's my personal feeling. I can't prove it, but judging by the similarities in the manufacturing, I don't think I'm too far off. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Leave your comments down below. I want to hear what you guys think about what I've shared with you today. As always, take care.